Welcome to Spirited Investigations, and welcome to Darkest Delaware, the first state of the USA. This list of 10 is part of a playlist of gentle listening, spooky collections from across the USA. The screen fades to black, so you can enjoy the stories without distractions. Please do consider a like and subscribe if you enjoy this content. First of all, we have a story about something known as the Corpse Light. In the misty nights off Delaware's coast, sailors have reported a mysterious light near Cape Henlopen, known as the Corpse Light. This phantom beacon is said to lure ships to their doom, leading them to crash upon the rocks. One infamous incident involved the ship Devonshireman in 1655, which followed the light and met a tragic end, losing over 200 souls. Legend has it that this cursed light was conjured by Native American spirits seeking vengeance against European settlers. Our second story revolves around a haunted bed and breakfast. Nestled in Bethany Beach, the Addie C Inn is a charming Victorian bed and breakfast with a haunted reputation. Guests have reported eerie occurrences in specific rooms. Room 1's bathtub shakes violently, Room 6 echoes with phantom organ music, and Room 11 is said to be haunted by the spirit of a former employee named Paul Delaney. These unexplained phenomena have made the Addie C Inn a hotspot for those seeking a paranormal excursion. At number 3 is Fort Delaware, located on Peapatch Island, which served as a prison during the Civil War. Today, it's renowned for its ghostly inhabitants. Visitors and staff have reported apparitions of Confederate soldiers, unexplained footsteps, and chilling whispers echoing through the halls. The fort's dark history seems to have left an indelible mark, making one of Delaware's most haunted sites. Story number 4 takes us to the town of Frankford, where within lies Long Cemetery. Tales of the Catman persist in the local area, where this mysterious figure, described as a feline-human hybrid, is said to guard the cemetery. Visitors have reported seeing glowing eyes in the darkness and hearing growls. The cemetery, dating from the early 1800s, has served as the final resting place of Colonel Armwell Long, who served under George Washington. Over decades, the cemetery fell into disrepair, looking like a classic haunted area with leaning tombstones and overgrown areas. The Catman himself seems to have been the caretaker of the cemetery, who had feline features and was reclusive except to those he thought may damage any of the graves. An unsettling ritual emerged that people would carry out when visiting. They'd knock 3 times on a brick wall at the back of the cemetery, and the Catman's spirit would supposedly disable their car, trapping them within the grounds. Whether true or not, it does seem to be more like a dare, and quite probably a foolish one. Halfway through our list at number 5 is Wilmington's Rockwood Mansion, built in the 1850s. It's a Gothic revival masterpiece with a haunted legacy. 28 spirits allegedly call it home, most of whom are family members of the original builder, Joseph Shipley. Shipley modelled it after his former lavish home in Liverpool, England, and visitors have experienced cold spots, disembodied voices, and sightings of shadowy figures. Other sounds include someone whistling, while smells include tobacco and freshly cut flowers. At number 6 is Cooch's Bridge, the site of Delaware's only Revolutionary War battle. It's rumoured to be haunted by the spirits of fallen soldiers. Locals have reported hearing the sounds of musket fire and seeing ghostly apparitions in colonial clothing. The bridge stands as a sombre reminder of the past and the lives lost in battle. At number 7 is Woodburn, the official residence of Delaware's governors, which was built in 1790. It's not just a political landmark, but also a haunted one. Guests and staff have reported sightings of a man in colonial clothes, believed to be a former owner of the Georgian mansion. Other paranormal activities include flickering lights and unexplained footsteps, adding to the mansion's eerie reputation. Nearly all of its well-heeled residents over the years, from politicians to doctors and wealthy farmers, have reported strange events at the house. When Dan Cowgill, a Quaker man, owned Woodburn, it was a stop on what's called the Underground Railway, where people would escape slavery. One night, a group of slave raiders came to the mansion, and as Mr. Cowgill chased them away, one attempted to escape by climbing the large poplar tree in the front yard. He slipped and got caught in a knot in the tree, where he hanged until his death. To this day, you can still hear screams, thought to be from the slave raider. At number 8 are the accounts of a ghostly ship from sailors navigating the Delaware Bay. The Delaware River flows through the landscape and has been a vital artery for commerce since the earliest colonists arrived on Delaware's shores. In the 1700s, the river wasn't just a body of water, it was the superhighway of its day, a hive of activity for vessels carrying goods. Tales from centuries ago include that of a ghostly ship appearing in the mist, only to vanish without a trace. This phantom vessel is believed to be a harbinger of storms or misfortune, and its sightings have become part of local maritime lore. At number 9, we stay with water for the lightship Overfalls, which is docked in the Lewes. The large red-painted ship used to serve as a floating lighthouse and has been docked since 1973, later receiving a major restoration. The reason for its preservation being that it was the last light vessel constructed for the United States Lighthouse Service, before the service became part of the United States Coast Guard. Visitors have reported hearing phantom footsteps, seeing doors open and close on their own, and feeling sudden cold spots. These occurrences have led many to believe that the ship is haunted by former crew members. Finally, the Smyrna Opera House, a cultural landmark, is said to be haunted by the spirits of performers past. Staff and visitors have reported hearing music when the building is empty, seeing shadowy figures on stage, and experiencing sudden drops in temperature. These spectral occurrences add a chilling note to the venue's rich history. Built in the late 1700s and consisting of 2 buildings, the Barracks Building now houses the Smyrna Museum, and housed soldiers during the War of 1812. It was also used to recruit Union soldiers during the Civil War. Paranormal reports also include unexplained sounds and voices, objects moving on their own, and feelings of being watched. Well, that wraps up our journey through Delaware's chilling chronicles, from haunted inns to phantom lights. The first state is rich with tales that blur the line between myth and reality. Thanks for joining me on this eerie adventure, and I'll hope you join me again in the next one.